Right, welcome to the first episode of Ivor Reactions. I'm Mike. Today, this is the first time the Wales have played together for a while. Is that relevant? Today, I'll be watching rugby. Wales vs Australia, Oldham International. Let's have it, got a couple of cans, but yeah. Come on, Wales.
4 or 5 tests that they've got. And also, guys, teams really thrive on those tour environments, being around one another 24/7 and really just feeding off that. So hopefully, for these teams, it sort of starts to show in their game.
Well, the Welsh team being held in the tunnel for an inordinately long time, but anyway.
They lost 8 years on the row at home against Australia, so hopefully they'll fucking have them this time. Go on, lads.
Against Australia, Gethin Jenkins, and as you mentioned, Gordon Circa. His 122nd appearance for the Welsh camp. That makes him the 24th most capped player in the history of international rugby. And this also will be an emotional day on many levels because the Welsh players are wearing black armbands in memory of Alan Wynne-Jones' father who died this week, and that's why the giant second row is not playing for Wales today. And also the numbers on the front of the Welsh shirts represents the lives that were lost 50 years ago in the Aberfan disaster when a waste tip slid down the mountainside near Merthyr Tydfil and killed 116 children and 28 adults. And in fact, just a month after that catastrophe, Australia actually played here in Cardiff, winning by a single score, and that's a story that's been repeated all too often in recent times. International rugby has changed a lot in that time, but some things are reassuringly the same. And after the anthems, our commentary team will be Jonathan Davis.
Let you see him, you get chills now when they sing the Welsh national anthem, so we'll listen for the Australian one first.
Gethin Jenkins will lead Wales today, 35 years of age, 127th cap today, the loosehead prop, who has seen it all.
Remarkably, the last time Wales won the opening match of their November series was in 2002 when Gethin Jenkins won his first cap. A few big names missing up front. Sam Robertson, Adam Jones, Taluki Falatau.
Means nothing. It's all out now. So it's fucking have it.
A combination of Bradley Davis and Luke Chartis in the second row. A late change in the centre for Wales. In comes Scott Williams for Jonathan Davis. Out with a hamstring. Lee Hart.
That's a blow, mate.
14
Losing Davis, that's a blow. But Williams going to get the job done. He's going to do well, I reckon.
But one of these two giant second rows, Rory Arnold and Alan Coleman, rather closer to the ground. David Pocock and Michael Hooper, masters of the breakdown. A sixth centre combination this year for Australia. Rhys Hodge and Tavita Kurindrani. They're largely untested, better known, Israel Folau and Bernard Foley at 15 and 10.
Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Come on, boys.
New caps will come off the bench. Corey Hill, Sam Davis, uncapped for Wales. Sefa Naivalu, Torilatu for Australia. We're underway, the Under Armour November series. Israel Folau took a tumble, chasing the ball. Wales in possession through Bradley Davis. First touch for Rhys Webb. Dan Biggar.
He's going to be a key player, mate, Biggar.
Good afternoon, Brian Moore.
Good afternoon. Wales easily exiting from their own half. However, just for a moment, someone has to look, because on the left-hand side of the Australian defence, there were two front row players, and if Wales can spot those mismatches, potential mismatches earlier on, then they can exploit them.
Alan Coleman wins Australia's first line, the feed from David Pocock. Here's the other back row forward, Michael Hooper. Australia already up to halfway. Coleman, Ross Moriarty with the tackle.
Watch out, that's the fingers, lad.
Tackle from Lopeti Timani, Australia's number 8.
Tackle wrong way 7.
Justin Tipperick with the blue scrum cap for Wales. Alex.
Tackle.
Runaway 9. Ball's available.
Still in Australia's possession. Rhys Webb.
Runaway tackle.
Involved in that tackle. Stephen Moore, the Australian captain. Luke Chartres wears 5. Moore safely delivers to Nick Phipps.
Good vision.
Beautiful pass to Kurindrani.
Fucking hell, that was good job.
10 metres short down.
Bottom wheels, but that was fucking beautiful.
Seal, the prop.
Fucking beautiful off, just under the arm like that. Brilliant.
Phipps, Foley, Moore. Phipps goes, darts, tries to get around.
The crowd and that moment, shouting wheels. Saw it.
Moore again. Comes to Rory Arnold to Pocock.
Watch overlap, lads, watch overlap.
Penalty advantage to Australia. This is Henry Spate, the winger. Timani.
Pay attention, lads.
Advantage was being played. And hello, Jonathan.
Hello, afternoon everyone. Yeah, well, just brilliant play, and the two key moments of that play was the two offloads. Brilliant offloads. The one by Folau was absolutely special, but you know they've been happy with the defence ways. But the use of the dummy runners of Foley at the start of that was beautiful, and that's where Australia is so creative. But you know what an offload. Wales will be happy with this because they forced Australia to kick. The bounce favours them. Watch that offload. What a pass. If he looks on the outside, Pocock scores.
And as it turns out, even if this goes over, I think Wales will probably settle for that. There's a difference of what it could have been.
Because Australia in a bad side, mind. I think you're one of the
breakdown
best in the
is
world.
always important
And
in
so are
every
we.
game, but especially so against Australia
But,
because they try and feature that in their game.
they keep playing like that.
Defence held for a long time. They didn't look like turning ball over.
Might be in trouble, but
in the end is where they've got to
keep our fingers crossed. Come on, lads, let's have it.
When they go into the breakdown, will certainly target the Welsh possession.
You know, if your Australian back line keep losing concentration like that. North, going to be straight on him.
Bernard Foley for the first points.
Halfpenny, going to be straight in there. Yeah,
3-0
easy 3 points Australia that.
I think Wales will be happy, you know, they forced us in the kit, and then the 2 offloads got them into that field position, and defensively they would have been happy with that.
Ben Bigger looks for his target. Michael Hooper. Alex Cuthbert followed up, but Hooper went round him. Foley to Rory Arnold. Penalty to Wales.
And that is exactly what I was saying. If Wales can contest it, if they can not just slow the Australian possession
That's what we
down,
want, lads. That's what we want.
then they're in business.
How many times have we seen this? Look at that, Gethin Jenkins, over the top, stays on his feet, very difficult to shift. You know, he's been doing that all throughout his career.
Back in there, James.
From one shot a goal at the end that isn't full, we have a giant Welsh flag in the old stand. Meanwhile, at the other, Lee Halfpenny back after such a long layoff. The Toulon fullback. Good to see him back in the Welsh team.
Halfpenny, lad. Put it over.
Before he was injured.
I think Australia will be fairly disappointed with that. You know, it's a simple exit plan. That's what they call it these days. They caught the ball, they took it in. Second row was isolated, and they allowed Gethin Jenkins. That should have been clear with the Australians.
Oh, boys.
Bernard Foley, his chance to pick out a catcher goes shorter this time. Up goes Ross Moriarty, takes it well.
Offside, offside, get out of there.
Michael Hooper ordered out by referee Craig Joubert. Reece Webb. Just with an ankle tap. Australia in possession. Coleman. Arnold right with it. Sakupi Kepu the prop. Advantage, another penalty advantage. Now, the newish centre, Reece Hodge. Foley. Beautifully played. The Dane Hayler Petty.
Oh, they're loving our crossfield kick, isn't they?
From Tocock to Kepu, advantage being played. Australia very much on the front foot. More. Foley, good pass. Hodge.
Oh, it's out.
Kurindrani.
Tackle. There we go.
But Australia now 5 metres short. Scott Seal.
So hold them up, boys.
Phipps long to Foley. Foley on his own. Moriarty with the tackle, along with Gethin Jenkins. Folau. The strength of Folau, staying on his feet.
He's been on his feet for long, mate.
Arnold. Seal.
Yeah.
Good tackle, Ross Moriarty.
was a fucking hit.
Yeah,
she's turned you over. Oh, you bastard.
Over the head, Corindrani, one quick pass to Foley. Can't take it, went backwards. What? Down bigger with a tackle. Justin Tipperick over the goal. Tipperick gives away the penalty. Corindrani.
That's probably from coming from the side, guys.
Still in possession though, the kick. Haylett Petty. Too long. But penalty advantage.
Told you they were loving that kick.
Any thought that this was a poor Australian side has been put to bed. That was absolutely brilliant play. The execution, they put in width on the ball from the first, from the rucks and mauls. They're beautiful to watch when they play like this.
Well, whoever's in charge of the Welsh defensive pattern has to sort this out. It's the third time that cross kick, has been dangerous.
Honestly, they are going to utilise Israel Folau. He's brilliant in the air. Great last-ditch defence. Some brilliant tackles by Wales. Now they've thrown everything at them in the first 10 minutes, and they haven't crossed the whitewash. Great start to the Test match by Australia. What a tackle!
That was one hell of a fucking tackle.
Thumbs off. Ross Moriarty, well, he's on defensive duty so far, but he's putting his tackles in.
You see it? 10 minutes into the game and now 3-3.
And it is Ross Moriarty who
it's going to be a close game.
Receiving attention. Beautiful day here in Cardiff.
There's a reason why I love rugby more than
it's like a stinger.
American football because
he's
at
put
this
some
point they'd be 2 minutes into the game.
Desperate defence because they have thrown everything.
I don't like stopping and starting all the time.
The distribution, forwards passing, but they're playing with a lot of width at the moment, and they must have noticed that the Welsh defence does narrow under pressure.
Daring from Australia, going for the line-out 5 metres out rather than the kicking goal. Australia have dominated possession in the opening 10.5 minutes. Up goes Coleman. Moore used it once. Stephen Moore trying to
twice.
Drive the line out infield and now forward. Driving line at Australia over the line. Try awarded.
Very properly set up. Didn't panic, didn't start the drive until everyone was in a position, and the blocking position, especially on one side gets going, very difficult to stop.
That's going to be the danger for Wales now because
possession and territory. That's no more than the
Australia do have the height advantage in the line-outs at the moment.
Well, you two boys will know a lot more to the catch and drive than I would. But, good body position.
But they're still playing some banging
tunes.
tunes.
Wales are disappointed because they look quite easy.
If you decide not to compete for the ball, which gives you an advantage in a certain sense, you can get the drive in earlier. You've got to hit it earlier and harder than Wales did. They allowed Australia to get the ball down and set before the effective counter drive came on. You've got to smack it as soon as a man the jumper hits the floor.
He's got his eye open already. He wants to get out of it clean. Probably going to convert this on. Sure, all you can hear is a woman in the crowd laughing her fucking head off.
Wide, Bernard Foley, just the 5 points, but the try came from the penalty.
Well, it's just afterwards when the maul had been properly set up. And forced keep the ball quicker, but keep the blockers in front.
That's the thing with driving maul. If you're not there straight away, you're fucked.
Requires it to be done accurately, but once you do that, it's very good.
Slight confusion.
I think, guys.
Pick up the pieces after Michael Hooper said yours.
A poor kick by Foley there, and it's that's one thing that they've struggled. Their percentage is in the 60s. Their kicking success.
Touched by red, so this will be an Australian throw.
Which means it is close in the end. You'd back lead after it, wouldn't you, against England?
Bring it back here after the game's mostly because in the middle at the moment.
5 in the Australian lineup. David Pocock takes it out of Aaron Coleman.
You don't see that stat many times. 101 metres made yardage and 0 by ways after 30 minutes.
Nick Phipps towards Cuthbert. That's a great take by Hayden Petty. Foley, Australia dominating possession. Kurindrani. Moore, the try scorer.
Cross here.
Good line by Falau. Back on by Pocock.
Jammy bastard, yes. Good backtracking, lad.
First touch
Fucking
for the win.
We made a meeting now, Jimmy.
Yes.
That was lucky for both of us, eh?
Back to down bigger. Wales just need to
Just clear out, boys.
settle. Well covered by Foley.
What is wrong with Australia at the moment? They've got proper butterfingers. They keep dropping
The
it.
danger man gives it back to Foley. Foley, dangerous in his own right.
7 red.
Oh, Wales nearly turned in there.
Take it. Stop trying so hard.
Again, they're very narrow defensively.
Don't get me wrong,
Hodge, good pass, and the tackle to Falau.
Oh no.
Tackled by Cuthbert. That's a penalty advantage. That could be trouble for Wales.
That's a yellow card.
Pocock with the pickup.
Cross forward.
That won't matter.
Time off.
Early tackle, we think. Well, we know.
I want to have a look at possibly polling back there.
The action of the number 10 red.
Yeah. Fitzy, I don't know if you heard that. We're looking at a possible holdback, please. Yeah.
Well, this, I think, you know, without seeing it, I think it's a yellow card. He is dragged back. Look, it's a brilliant tackle, but just what's bigger? That's
Because he takes that, he's probably over.
Is that a penalty try? Will they think
Well,
it's a
covering.
penalty
I
try?
mean, look,
Yeah,
covering.
George.
George North is there, so you can't necessarily see that.
C11 does cover as well, huh?
Yeah.
He's off. That's a yellow card, without a shadow of a doubt. Brilliant defence by Cuthbert, I have to say. Fantastic. And because Dan Bigger, you know, he's gone beyond the right wing, he's got to do it. He knows what he's got to, he knows the consequences.
Sinbin, nice.
Possible cover, so I can't say a try probably would have been scored, but I am going to deal with the cynical action by 10 red, and he's going to go to the bin.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thanks. Cynical.
Right decision.
Dan Bigger will spend 10 minutes.
Can't argue with that. It is a right decision. He did hold them
In the
back.
bin. No penalty try. Craig Joubert tells.
It's bad for Wales now. We're down to
George
14
North
men
was
for the next
covered.
10 minutes.
The point. Australia with the penalty, which why not? Go for the corner. Wales down to 14. Australia with everything going their way in this opening quarter of an hour.
And one of the things, Eddie, that's always an issue when you start the autumn internationals is the home teams haven't had more than the preparation in camp. The other teams are more fluid. Wales have to keep Australia out.
Timani with the take. Yeah. At least it's gone to ground. Wales have the put-in.
All you gotta do now.
Well, the thing is, you know,
Let's keep holding the ball for the next 10 minutes.
9 minutes plus in which to try and
We
stop
gotta make
Australia
sure we don't
getting
get a
lead
try scored
towards
into
the
us.
insurmountable.
That's just it.
Because, well, I mean, Wales, I don't know what the possession was, I can't remember the stat, but in the first 15 minutes,
It was 91-9 to Australia. That's what the possession was, mate. They're fucking dominating.
Time off, let's just let this guy do his boots.
David Pocock just given time to do his boots up.
That's right, but take your time. No. Loop. Ah, yeah, over and there you go, lad.
Well, you can't miss it if you don't have to make it, do you?
Where's the mark?
I don't think I've seen a one-sided 50 minutes for a long time. They're totally dominant, they put a width on it. The pace of the recycling is very, very impressive. And Wales are hanging on now. Yellow card, down to extra man. They will try and make the most of this next few 8 minutes.
Lee Halfpenny has gone into the clearing position. Wales will probably be happy if this scrimmage goes on for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Nobody else will, but
I don't think Britain's player will allow that to happen.
The Australian's stood for a long time. He was poor and he's got better, immeasurably better in the last 3 years. But one of the reasons is this: when you see the scrum engage, you see the back five working hard, pumping forward. And although that doesn't make any difference in terms of the way the meters you go over the put-in line, but it does mean that you go on the front foot in terms of the shove. Still pushing.
So it's good for Wales. Good break.
Good break, lad.
Difficult to shine when you're on such limited scraps, but Moriarty's done well. Cuthbert nearly up to the 22.
You can't, Bryce. Just keep the ball, slow ball.
Acting standoff position. Now drops back. Allows Reece Ward to kick. Just as well.
Go on, Halfpenny.
From the rebound. Safely there for Webb to have another go. He doesn't. Trying to make the angle better for the clearance. Bradley Davis did that. Halfpenny. The relative safety of touch.
You mentioned earlier, Jonathan, the fact that the ball was quick from Australia. One of the reasons it's quick is that in the initial first of tackling, the Australian carriers are making that 2 or 3 yards, which makes it much more difficult to defend.
Yeah, I just think that they're winning the contact area. They're getting that extra yard.
Coleman, Pocock, Phipps, and then Foley gets past Scott Williams.
I told you, butterfingers.
And you know what? He has been on fire for the 15.
I tell you, watch the creativity here. That is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Just watch this. As it goes, dummy runners either side. There you go. There's one dummy runner. Takes the first defender in. That's such a walk-in for the winger. He will. That's what?
Well, especially against the defence that the man down as well.
Yeah. I tell you, that dummy run just brought everyone. Oh.
That's the thing with Australia at the moment, right? They need to sort out these butterfingers.
The lead remains remarkably at just 5
Wales,
points.
we just need to hold on. We do. Next 10 minutes.
On absolutely nothing. It might
Hold on. Wait till
points.
Biggins back on.
And they got themselves a free kick at this finish, shifting against the Australians.
Yep.
Back up to 15.
Obvious as well, really.
Hopefully try and come back into the game a bit later. Right, Colin Halfpenny, put some distance in it. Go on, lad.
The Halfpenny finds touch. It's an Australian throw because it was a free kick.
What's the dummy run here for the centre?
There's a guy in the crowd that caught the ball. He's keeping it. He's keeping it. He's not chucking it back.
And that is absolute walking.
What will they do again? No Pocock this time, but still it's dangerous. It's Hodge this time juggles the ball, hangs on to it, whistle's gone, knock on.
I tell you what, at the moment, they are
Butterfingers.
6s and 7s.
They are, however, they're not conceding points.
No. They have got to. This
son.
is their forward pass, that's not the next one. There's the forward pass. And again, they create the numbers, the 2-on-1.
I'll tell you what, like, Australia at the moment are playing good.
Brilliant ball movement.
They just need to sort this
the decoy runners are holding the defenders, creating the
butterfinger
spaces.
situation out.
They'll be disappointed. They haven't, put more points on the board, and Wales will be there.
We must go with 5 minutes into the sim bin now.
Bradley Davis just having a diplomatic word in the ear of Craig Zubair about Australian
Nothing's
blockers.
happened, really. No,
I don't think it's the blockers at the
no
line.
points have gone on the board now, and usually the average amount of points that goes on the board during the sim bin is around about 9 in favour of the guy who's in favour of the team that is still on a full squad who hasn't received the sim bin. At the moment, we're 6 minutes into it now.
Wales' 10-metre line. Crouch!
And nothing's happened. Australia are wasting this opportunity. All because of Butterfingers.
Set! We will have a reset. Craig Zubair's view.
Come this way, please.
Of the front rows.
Well,
Such innocence.
given the amount of time it takes to actually get a scrum formed, irrespective of whether it actually completes, Wales will be quite happy if it's to go down 3 times.
May not like it. Can you trust me to get stable? I won't allow the opposition to hit you. Thank you.
I still think, why didn't they put a retired front rower in with the TMO in the truck?
Oh, interesting.
And then he
I don't
drops.
like it.
No, I know, I don't care, but at least it'll sort the scrums out, and some of the officials will actually know what's going on. And some of the players and everyone else
That's
will
not
work.
sensible.
It's not a given. It's not a given.
Getting tight in, Shida.
Free kick to Australia this time.
And that's extremely unlikely that Samson Lee did that on his own, actually, because from a tight head point of view, unless the back 5 walk round, he's not going to be able to make that sort of angle.
Australia
Feeling was getting up before the broke out.
take the free kick option of going for the scrum again.
Well, they just
Put
love.
your feet up, Jonathan.
Yeah, I know. I just love, I love the attitude of the Australians. They'll go, right, we have a set piece, we'll take the forwards in, we'll try and create something, outward. Wales have done exceptionally well so far in hanging on, because Australians have been brilliant in creating opportunities. They've just blown them. Wales have got to hang on in now until Bigger gets back and try momentum shift then.
Phipps digs it out. Australia come left.
Good tackle. Good offload as well, Nick.
Well, Reece Hodge has been
I'll give him that. That was a brilliant tackle, but that was a brilliant offload.
Wales escape yet again.
I don't think I've seen as many line breaks by a Southern Hemisphere side and no points result from it. And it's a fantastic tackle. But this is so easy. He picks up goals, tries to create the option.
That's just a straight line.
Yes, tackle. Great tackle.
I mean, you have to give enormous credit to Wales' scramble defence. From a coaching point of view, you don't want that to come into play as often as it has had to do.